Welcome back to another episode on our YouTube channel from coachingprocesswins.com. Want to jump right in. Been a minute since I've been on here and just talked and shared some things, and I'm excited to get to it. So let's go. And if you like anything, hit that subscribe button so you can get updates for new videos that we're going to put out and continue to put out on a regular basis. And we're getting some good traction on that. Leave any comments. Would love to answer anything. So let's get going. I think I've got something to share with you that may help you. Want to make you aware of a great offering on coachingprocesswins.com. Alex Kirby has delivered 25 two-point conversion plays from the 2016 season. And it was just from his, dungeon, locking himself in some remote lab of getting all the best two-point plays from the NFL and college football of 2016. I think if you go over there to coachingprocesswins.com and just log in there, it'll tell you what to do to get it. But in it, Alex breaks down what game it was from, what the positions did, the diagram. I think it'd be a good resource for coaches. Put some of these in your playbook more and more and more. I mean, we saw it in this year's Super Bowl that you got to have that ready. The Patriots won a championship because of two-point plays. So, here's a great overview. Here's a shift. A lot of people doing that stuff. And then here's the play. Here's the diagram, what people did. So, again, go on over there. There's 25 more of these. Go on over there to coachingprocesswins.com and get the 25 two-point conversion plays. Hope it's a free resource for you, and I hope that helps. Let's get into today's talk. If you notice, I'm wearing my PG hat today. I've been honored to be able to be asked this past season to go over to Pacific Grove High School and basically just volunteer some time, hang around with some great kids. And I give Coach Chris Morgan and Coach Jeff Gray a ton of credit, all the credit really, for what I'm about to show you. But what I'm about to show you is a play after about 3 weeks of being there. I go, hey, I think we need to put this in. It was from something that I just stumbled over actually in 2000. The year 2000, I was an offensive coordinator at a Division III college. And the spread and the hurry up and all that stuff was just in its early crawling stages. And I know we made a ton of mistakes. But this is not the play. I want to set it up by just giving you an overview of how this play occurred. So what we're in is a trips into the field. And basically, we're talking about a sprint out scheme here to set this whole play up. Now, I haven't drawn the scheme. Whatever you may do, if you have a sprint out with a full reach scheme type of play over here where you're passing the football in some type of combination, he might run a go, he might run a stop, and he might run a sail. Whatever you do, that's not really important to what this discussion is going to decide. But the whole entire thing of the play I'm about to show you sets up off of this. And I think you're going to like the diagram, and then you're going to like the video that comes with it. Now, the actual play is what I just call quarterback power. Q power, power Q, whatever. And the whole thing is predicated on setting up that trips sprint out scheme. You get the defense spread out to it. You get the Sam displaced, kind of putting him in no man's land. And the quarterback, 1, 2, 3, as soon as he puts that right foot back into the ground after selling it, almost like a draw fake. He could hold the football up high, 1, 2, 3, put that foot in the ground, and then get downhill. the offset back is kicking, and you've got your normal power scheme. Now, we didn't run an RPO with this, but you're going to see in the subsequent film coming up how we could have employed an RPO reading this hole player or the Sam displaced, sort of putting him in that, position. Okay, are they throwing a route over here? Are they throwing number 3, the bubble? Or are they coming back down here hill with the power? So he's sort of in a conflicted position there. Again, I'm not discussing what the routes may be to set this up, anything like that. I'm just saying that's what sets up this power cue. When we first ran this in the year 2000, we had a pretty good throwing and running quarterback. We look back over a self-scout at the end of the year. You're going to think I'm exaggerating on this. We averaged over 9 yards a carry on this play. And it's one of those things, we didn't run it enough. We ran it, we didn't implement it till like the 3rd or 4th game. Again, we were crawling in terms of baby steps with the power scheme. With the spread offense and just learning as we went. So we installed this about the 4th football game after we had run a lot of sprint out. And we didn't call the thing enough. I think for the last 6 games of the year, we called it 20 times, averaged 9 yards a carry. That's not very good coaching. So that's an indictment on me. But let's get into the film. I think you're going to enjoy this. And again, subscribe if you like it. Leave us a comment if you've got other ideas. Maybe you do some things better. I'd love to hear it. Let's get to the film part. All right, let's actually get into the schematic on the field. And again, I give Coach Chris Morgan, the head football coach at Pacific Grove, and Coach Jeff Gray, the offensive coordinator at Pacific Grove, all the credit. They did a heck of a job motivating kids, getting kids to respond. And I'm just over there being a fly on the wall. So I'm not the czar of the telestrator here, so I'm going to get through this. What we're doing is we've got I would consider this middle of the field, so we have the trips up here. And you'll notice that the Sam is displaced. Now, this is the last game of the year, so we've had a lot of reps of coming off and running some type of sprint out. So we have the Sam reacting right there. Again, if I were going to talk about RPOs, which I'm not, that's a player that I think you're really putting into some conflict right there. Look at his attitude of going right there to defend some type of pass route over their combination. So we have your normal double to the backside linebacker, kick. Of course, we put this 5 technique, contain player in a terrible bind because we're sold sprint out. He's going to feather to contain. It makes this kid with a right shoulder block very easy to block right there on his technique. Let's let it run through, and then I'll describe a few more things. Now, I helped with the offensive line, so if there's a problem, I can credit myself for having the biggest problem. I always try to get our backside tackle to do a better job choking. He's going to help with the center here on the 3 technique, but then he needs to really bucket because you've got the quarterback setting it up blind. This kid, if he ran hill lines, could potentially get it. So your backside tackle has to do a much better job of, arm right there to delay that man for the center to help, and then really hinge back to get that. So I'll make that statement a few times. Again, look how the Sam has reacted out of the play, just being sold on the on the pass. Looks like our pulling guard did a poor job right there, just getting contact, but decent. And if our receiver would have continued upfield, he would have probably done a better job of getting that safety that made the tackle. So now we've got the trips here to the near side. We're going to run it over here. Again, watch how the Sam reacts. If we were going to read him on an RPO, right here, he's reacting, has no respect for anything that we may do over here. Now, this makes for a very tough block of your number 3 receiver. So you RPO guys can definitely take advantage of what this player and his reaction is. Some type of bubble combination over here. Now we've got a 3-on-2 because of how he's reacting and giving the sprint out no respect. Let's let it run all the way through. So, again, getting about 5 yards right there on a second and medium to short. Again, I'm not real happy with our backside tackle. He's overconscious helping the center, which all he has to do is put his left arm in there. Now hinge back. Again, if he ran tight heel lines, he may meet the quarterback right at the point of attack. So make sure that you get that done if you're putting this in. Offensive tackle did a pretty good job coming off the double team. Again, the back doesn't have to make a great block because this kid's already in conflict of coming up field hard and outside. And he's already out of position, so it doesn't take a whole lot. If I were to add anything again on this, he's not making that block. So he is he's a hat that's free to make the play. But now think about the conflict if you add, as the quarterback comes and reads that player, as that foot hits the ground to come downhill, he's already in a run attitude, throw the bubble. 3-on-2 or whatever combination you want to throw out there on the RPO. So that right there, that player right there is in a run attitude, throw the football. You've got great protection, throw the football. Let's watch it all the way out. Let's get to another clip here. Trips up to the top. Really have the Sam sold here on displacing even further. Really opens up a good power game. Quarterback could sell it for just a fraction longer, but as you see here, that is a total pass attitude. Total pass attitude by that kid. And the other thing that I love about it, and I want to go back, look at the pass attitude these guys have. You can barely see the sticks here. It's 1st and 10 around the negative 30-yard line. So let me get rid of that. Should have come off this double center and he should have overtaken. Again, my biggest gripe is the poor job I did coaching and not getting him to hinge. That kid's not making the play. The center's got that. Get back there. I don't want him walking the quarterback down at the point of attack. If you're going to RPO it, bam, that's a run all the way. Again, what I wanted to really show you the look of this, look at the attitude of these two kids. They're not coming downhill. That's a good, 16, 17-yard gainer. Okay. Down in the red zone. So even in a man situation here, they're going to give you 7-man, 6-man pressure. So Sam now is definitely in an attitude of run. He's going to come with a outside Sam blitz. Will's too far away to hawk it down. So you know you've got a man situation here. Quarterback may want to, just because he sees it schematically, how this is wide open in terms of the run. If you do put the RPO on here, he's already committed to the run. You got man-to-man over here. He's too displaced on this Sam blitz to make a play. We've got the double up to the backer. We've got the back just making a right shoulder block. This kid probably could have come inside and spilled this thing and disrupted the play. And so our back would have had to do a better job. He falls down, but our running back, you see, is in position. We've got the double. Hey, our backside tackle did a better job, what I call a choke technique. There we go. Touchdown. Let's run it all the way through. One more time. Well, we're on to another one. Last one here. Again, if I were going to RPO this thing, there's your read. You have a combination. He's not going to block him. He's not going to block him if this kid has a run attitude. So the camera angle really gives you a good look at the back. And let's run it all the way through first. Bad read of the quarterback. That kid went into that game, had broken his hand the week before. The quarterback, he's a warrior, man. Game before, had a broken hand, played the entire game with a broken hand, went into this game with a cast. So just a tough warrior type kid. I'm not going to downgrade him too much for missing the read on that block. Giving you a pass attitude. Backers are soft in terms of having a pass attitude. Quarterback did a decent job selling it. No need to block this thing out here on the perimeter. Again, put in a pass combination and read him. We didn't do that, which is fine. Still going good. There's absolutely no reason why our backside tackle has to do this, because that kid is in a one technique. He's close to the center. Our center was going to have no problem turning back. Hinge inside to displace the puller, bucket. do a better job reading this. Keep your feet in the ground, son. Good double team. Well, that was the quarterback power, as I call it. And hope you've gotten something out of it. You may have different versions of it, but just wanted to show you something that we did, and it may help coaches. Remember to go to coachingprocesswins.com and get your 2-point resource all free, and utilize it as a resource. Subscribe so you can get more of these. We've got more coming on a regular basis. So, hey, keep up with us on our YouTube channel here of coachingprocesswins.com. Adios.